Alrighty then, my lovely Trails fans, and welcome back to today's episode. Alrighty then, so it looks like we are ready to go ahead with the mission. Let's get ourselves in here. The other braces are already assembled. Have you heard from the Royal Guardsman or the reporter? Sorry sir, no contact. But we believe you've gathered the intelligence we need. Joshua explained everything they learned from the Cathedral and the Liberl News HQ. I see. We can conclude with first certainty then that Princess Claudia is inside the villa. It's unfortunate that you were unable to make contact with the Royal Guardsmen, but at least we now know they haven't been captured. Shall we get started then? Yes. We need to start working out the details of the rescue operation. Are we all up to date on the pertinent details of the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat then? Given this information, we should consider ourselves under contractual obligation to Queen Alicia. I can barely believe what I'm hearing. I'm ashamed of myself for not noticing something was amiss sooner. I was suspicious of those Special Ops troops from the very beginning, but I really trusted Colonel Richard, and he was behind the Sky Bandits and Mayor Dalmore. We got completely snowed, and we can't let them get away with it, that's for sure. Can you all be counted on to cooperate in this assignment? Darn straight. Just lead the way. I owe these guys some black eyes, rhyme unintended. Count me in for sure. This is gonna be good. We've got strong allies, we'll prevail without a doubt. Now let me explain the details of this mission. We have to move fast, as there are lives at stake here. It's not the most elegant approach, but I believe taking control of the villa through a frontal assault is our best option. We don't have time to try and find some routes to infiltrate, so I guess that's the only option we got. How will we be divided? We'll split into two groups, a decoy team and a rescue team. The decoy team will draw the attention of the main forces, while the rescue team makes its way into the villa. Remember though, we're dealing with the Intelligence Division's Special Ops here. If I may, I'd like to suggest we also add an ambush team to aid the decoy team, and a second decoy team to assist the rescue team. Man, we're really teaming with teams here. But why do we need those? The ambush team would lie in wait until the decoy team draws out the enemy forces, and then both teams could attack at once. Meanwhile, the second decoy team would attempt to break the enemy's ranks, allowing the rescue team to enter the villa more easily. Ah yeah, I guess that's a good point. Evens the odds a little bit. But do we have enough members to spread among 4 squads? No, we don't. We've contacted other guild branches, but with the airships grounded, we're pretty much on our own. Well, crud. If only we had Shera and a gate. However, I agree with Zin that trying to carry out this operation with only 2 squads is risky. We may need to re-examine this strategy. If numbers are all you lack, maybe we can be of assistance. Hey! Lieutenant Schwartz. Well now, if it isn't Sister Military. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am Royal Guardsman Sub-Commander Lieutenant Julia Schwartz. The Royal Guardsmen are here at your disposal for this operation. Understood. Your participation will be most invaluable. I count 9 soldiers in your squad, including yourself. My remaining troops are incognito, stationed all throughout the city. I can assemble them within the hour. That's great, but Lieutenant Schwartz, how did you know we were going to try to save the hostages? We tried to find you at the cathedral and tell you, but you had already disappeared. Did you? My apologies. All I knew was that you had accepted the Queen's mission. I found out last night. Last night? We'd only just met with the Queen last night ourselves. Yes, I'm aware of that. We have sources for military intelligence of this sort. All that matters now is that Her Highness gave us the order to assist, and we are happy to do it. Sources? I want sources. Can I share some of yours? I don't. Let's leave out no, Estelle. More importantly, the Guardsmen's assistance will give us the extra forces we need to fill the ambush and support teams. Indeed, with this additional manpower, I believe our chances of success have increased exponentially. And with extra manpower secured, we should start deciding on the teams immediately. Roger that. You need 2 decoy teams, right? I believe 5 of my troops should be sufficient for one of them. Yeah, I'd say those Royal Guard uniforms should definitely catch their attention. My thoughts exactly. We'll target the Intelligence Division's aerial squadron, stationed just on the outskirts of the Herb Scenic Route. Wait a sec, aerial squadron? You don't mean... I'm afraid she does. It's on the Scenic Route's outskirts? Now that you mention it, there is a stretch of land out there that's been completely blockaded. According to my intelligence, there is only a skeleton crew of guards stationed there. If we attack, they will have no alternative but to call the villa for reinforcements. Oh, I get it. That's some good decoying right there. And then when the reinforcements show up, the ambush team pops in and takes them all out, right? We should form the ambush team then. I knew all those years of hunting down monsters in the bush should pay off one day. And we've got a gunner too. We'll be able to handle this no problem. Alright, 2 teams locked down. Now for rescue and decoy 2. I think the second decoy team should also be comprised of my Royal Guardsmen. The Special Ops will definitely drop their guards more readily to apprehend them. So that leaves us for the rescue team. All of the other teams will be acting to provide cover for us. Ours will be the most important assignment on the field by far. This is no game. You're playing an actual role in a crucial turning point for our history. Make sure you're up to the task. Sheesh, no pressure. There's no need to worry. We will persevere. History favours the just. Besides, you guys are the Grancel Martial Arts Competition champions, and we'll be the ones keeping the majority of the enemy force busy. Hopefully all you need to worry about are the hostages. Julia, Elman, Zin, We, Estelle, the word you're looking for is we. We can do this, and we will. You're right. You are so right. We're gonna kick some special touches. That's the spirit. And that's the plan. The operation will begin at nightfall. We'll use the dark for cover. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. Man, this is getting pretty real. I will ensure that Her Highness is made aware of the plan. Alright everyone, tonight, here. Got it? Looks like you haven't had a moment's rest since everything started. Take a minute now and get everything squared away. I'll leave the breaking and entering to you guys. What, you guys can totally do this. Intelligence is resorting to using hostages? That's just disgusting. Let's go and save us a princess. We're the only ones who can possibly pull this off. So let's get pulling. Alrighty. Nothing new on the board? Let's do this. Ah, you're here, good. Once the operation begins, you won't have any opportunity to return to the city. So if you still have loose ends to tie up, speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me just double check. Time of day has not changed, right? Nothing new out here. So it's time to go. It's okay, we're ready. Understood. Let's review the operation. So, are we going to meet back here? Well, this is the Amberl Monument rest area, so this should be the place. The only real issue is whether or not Lieutenant Schwartz and her men can get here undetected. No need to worry about that. Whoa, when did you get here? Nice work staying hidden in Grancel. We have quite a few sympathizers among the citizens. We finished our preparations. We can begin whenever you're ready. Alright. We're waiting on your order, Estelle. Huh? My order? You were the ones who originally received Her Majesty's request. So we're waiting on your command before we begin. But I'm just a rookie. That really doesn't matter. I don't think you'll have a problem. Just do it without shouting, okay? We'll be there to help. We have no objections. Have a little faith in yourself. Don't worry about the trivial details. Just deal with things as they come. Right. Okay then, here goes. Everyone, let's get those hostages rescued. Very motivational. I'm so freaking hungry. Isn't it time to change shifts yet? Come on, stay focused. There's no telling when the Royal Guardsmen might finally show themselves. There weren't more than 10 escapees. If the Colonel really put his mind to it, we could hunt a lot of them down in no time. If you think it's so easy, then go ahead and try. What? Lieutenant Schwartz? Listen up, we have word from the ID ship. We apparently have a lock on the Royal Guardsmen. If we get there quickly, this will be our chance to wipe them out. Roger. That settles that. Idiots. The airship's locked down. You'll never be able to use it. If you'd just done as the Colonel said, we would have spared your lives. But now you're going to die, and you've only got your own stubbornness to blame. Take this. But braces? You can't be serious. You're not actually going to try standing against the Royal Army. Sorry to disappoint you, but you've already been marked as criminals. By order of the Queen, you will let us pass. The ambush party's on the move. We'll go ahead and lure the remaining forces into the front gardens. You can break into the villa while they're distracted. Sounds good. Adios be with you all. Ooh, alrighty then. There we go. This is getting intense. Alright, looks like we went for it. Now's our chance to sneak in. Okay, roger that. So this is the Herb Royal Villa. It's gorgeous. Certainly gives the castle a run for its mirror. Well, it is a royal family residence. Oops, looks like the welcoming committee's here. Who are you people? You don't need to know our names. Words will serve no purpose here. Let's go. Alrighty. Hopefully you should just be able to wipe Gehenna everybody, really. Easy. Now, where's the princess being held? This place is huge. We'll just have to search it room by room. If we just hang around here, you can bet we're going to have more company and soon. Let's get a move on. Alrighty, so as you're going through here, you're going to get a lot of random encounters. What? Who are you people? Halt, don't move a muscle. Can't do anything right now. Do a blue impact on him.
That's that. Let's move out.
Nice and easy. Oh, not fun. Attacked out of nowhere. It looks like there's still quite a few soldiers in the castle. They're patrolling the corridor and the central courtyard periodically. Our only option will be to silence anyone who sees us. This is basically just going to be our strategy right here. Just try and white Gehenna everybody.
Good to go.
There's a lot of rooms here, but I'm pretty sure it's locked. Oh no. It seems pretty solid and the locking mechanism is quite secure. We definitely won't be able to get in without a key. I guess we'll have to leave this place for later. Oh. Essentially we're just gonna have to go door by door. Who are you people? Crud, we totally picked the wrong room. What are you doing here? Huh, ain't seen you before. Good evening, we're with the Bracer Guild. Huh? No need to get up, just enjoy yourselves and rest well. Good, so Joshua's gonna attack before they even move. So is Estelle. So it looks like we're getting ourselves a nice preemptive strike.
Savor the victory. We earned it.
You? Well, that's taken care of. They're too drunk to really know what's going on. It's like some kind of bar, same as the one in the castle. But please don't kill me. I'm not with them. We know that. You work at the villa, right? We've come to help at the request of Her Majesty the Queen. What? Really? You're honestly here to save us? Yes. So would you calm down already? You, Adios be praised. I thought I was done for when my reporter friend was taken away. I hope he's alright. A reporter friend? You must mean Niall. You know him? Estelle explained that Niall had gone missing and was still unaccounted for. Ah, I see. Yes, I'm the one who contacted him. He came to get an interview with the princess who is being guarded here. His passion for his work is hard to argue with, so I wound up sneaking him in and showing him the way. But he was spotted and taken prisoner? Yes, and much to my shame, it was only then that I realised the severity of the situation. I heard that Her Highness was being kept here to protect her from any potential terrorist assault, but the truth is that she's being held prisoner by the Intelligence Division. I was so glad that she was coming that it simply had never occurred to me. I am truly unfit for my position. Come on, no need to be so depressed. Would you happen to have any idea where the prisoners are being held? Yes, they've all been gathered in the Crest Room, which is the innermost chamber. It's a large banquet hall used for events like the formal signing of treaties. A big ball inside, maybe over there? Yes, the room behind the big locked door. Ah, so it is locked then. The key is normally in the possession of the Intelligence Division's company commander. I believe he left when the terrorists showed up. Huh? Which means that it was taken by the ones who ambushed Lieutenant Schwartz and her men. Not good. There's no time to go back. Just a moment. There's a spare key to that door. It's here somewhere. If memory serves, I believe it's hidden somewhere in the gallery. Roger that. Gallery. Tori. Be nice if you told us where the gallery was. Yes, we just have to search every room. Let's try going there. Oh, it didn't even move. What a waste. Alright, I guess we just do this the old-fashioned way. At least these are a lot easier to fight than the ones in the martial arts tournament.
We're good to go.
There we go, the gallery. There are rows of art catalogues on the shelf. There appears to be nothing special about them. There's an Imperial-style vase here. There appears to be nothing special about it. There's an Eastern-style vase here. There appears to be nothing special about it. There's a red plate here. There appears to be nothing special about it. There's a large scarlet vase here. Estelle and company found something attached to its underside. We found a spare key. This is it. Now we should be able to open that inner door. The King's Throne, the favourite seat of the late King Edgar III when staying in the Royal Villa. Alrighty. Ambushed again. So we just keep doing this. Maybe if I just go ahead and taunt instead.
Hey, over here!
People can get too far. There we go. Oh, he's starting to get a bit low on the health there.
We're good to go.
Should just go do one more heal before we head on into the next area. Oh, of course. Ambushed as soon as we leave. It doesn't help when we leave the circle. Well, don't do that.
They messed with the wrong guy.
Alrighty. Everybody should be okay. Without having to eat any food items. Use spare key. Who are you? Why do you look so familiar? Hey, you guys won the martial arts competition. That means you're with the Bracer Guild. That's right. I don't suppose we could persuade you to just forget you saw us? Shut it. We're defenders of an impregnable fortress. You want past us, you have to go through us. Oh, if that's the way you want to do this. Let's best way to do this. I've got Estelle right now. Wow. They do quite a bit of damage, don't they? Go ahead and do an earth wall here. Let's have her do a heal. Oh, really? I can't just target the area that I want to do. Oh, that's a shame. Well, those two need it the most. It's one down.
Let's move out.
And that's two. Ooh, alrighty, let's go ahead and heal up Estelle. So what did we get a lot of for healing? Probably gonna be these mixed cocktails, right? This is where the fights are starting to get really difficult. Oh, look, it's the hostages. You. Yo, we're here to save you, Bacon. Hello, Niall. You don't look in too bad a shape. Are you serious? Estelle, Joshua. I never thought I'd see you here. Huh? You're the princess? It's a pleasure to meet you. We're with the Bracer Guild. I think it's a little late for introductions. So, we meet again, as promised. Chloe? Estelle? I sincerely hope you're joking. You ought to have recognized me sooner. But not with the dress and the hair and the things. What happened? Pardon us, Chloe. Estelle doesn't know how to doubt people. Hey, what the heck's that supposed to mean? There's the Estelle I know. And Joshua? You'll still use that name for me? Yes, since it seems to be the one you'd prefer. Would you rather I use your real name? No, but thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, so what are you doing here, Chloe? And for that matter, why isn't the princess here? She's right in front of you. That's the Queen's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. But? And the penny drops. I'm sorry that I couldn't tell you. I had planned to tell both of you the truth when next we met in Gransel. But then Colonel Richard had me detained. But why? Why would the princess be hiding out in an ordinary school? And why did you have us call you Chloe? I'd like for you to keep calling me that. My real name is Claudia von Auslis. Chloe is a pet name that Jill came up with using bits from my whole name. Really? Then what about your hair? Oh, this is just a wig. If I had the same hairdo as when I was on campus, it would probably just create trouble. Can't believe I missed the connection myself. I've seen your picture often enough, and I remember you from the mayoral scandal in Rouen, but I never put two and two together. I'm sorry. It doesn't seem that Uncle Doonan or Mayor Dalmore recognise me either. Oh yeah, and the Duke's even related to you. Oh, I forgot something important. Estelle explained the whole story, including how they had come to rescue Chloe at the Queen's behest. I see. To all three of you, I extend my deepest gratitude for coming to rescue me. Oh, it was nothing. Heck, if we'd known that it was our Chloe in here, no one would have had to ask us. Estelle. No doubt. You should save your thanks for Her Majesty, as she's the one who deserves them. She had no concern for herself, just that we should save you. I think your safety will give her the strength to resist the Colonel's demands, though doing so may endanger her life. Yes, that is her way. If something is not done, then she is in grave danger. I think I've seen enough of this little farce. But Princess... Rihanna... What the? She's General Morgan's granddaughter. He's imprisoned at the Harkin Gate. I'd say they're taking her to keep him from causing any trouble. Just as they did with you and Her Majesty. This isn't just some idle threat. Every man in the Special Ops has a dream, and we will stop at nothing to achieve it. And there's something you're proud of? I'll make you a deal, Sergeant. Please, take me as your hostage rather than the child. Ha, not a chance. I know I said we'll stop at nothing, but even we don't have the nerve to harm a member of the royal family. General Morgan's grandkid, on the other hand, suits our needs just fine. She's a valuable hostage, and it's not going to cause any real problems if she was to end up getting hurt. You're a monster. I'd have said coward myself. Pathetic, disgusting, sick. Hit an adjective. You can talk all you want. It's almost time for the patrols to return from the Royal Avenue. Then we can round up the guardsmen and the bracers, not bad for one night's work. Well, I'm afraid that won't be happening. We already took your buddies out on our way over here. Huh? What? Well... There, it's alright. Hi, you two. Long time no see. Sheriff, you came. Darn it all, who the heck do you think you are? Ugh, some people just have no manners. Ah. Ugh. Think of that as my special gift. That's just cruel. Hey, who fired that shot? Olivier, I'd guess. Bingo! And the star makes his dramatic entrance. Please hold your applause until after the performance has ended. And the drama turns into a comedy. Nice seeing you again, Scheherazade. It's been a long time. Indeed it has. I never thought I'd find you in LeBeau. I was honestly quite relieved when I heard that you'd fallen in with Estelle and Joshua. Well, I think you're overestimating my capabilities like usual. As for you, you're only becoming more beautiful. I barely even recognized you. Oh really? I'm suddenly brimming over with something akin to jealousy. Am I merely a toy to be used when convenient and cast aside when boredom sets in? Hey Olivia, Aina's been wanting to see you. She's hoping to go out for drinks again. Forgive me, I have committed a grave offence. I swear none of you ever change. I'm glad to see you, Shara, but I thought that the Royal Army had the checkpoints completely sealed off. Yes, but we crossed Valeria Lake by boat, and docked at Gransel Harbour. That's one way around the problem. But how did you wind up falling in with the failed, travelling musician? We ran into each other at the local guild branch. He was like a lost puppy, so I didn't have much choice other than to bring him along. I simply couldn't allow such an amusing and interesting show to go on without me. And may I ask who this fair lady is? Oh right, introductions. This is the Queen's granddaughter, Her Highness Princess Claudia. She's a friend of ours. It is a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you very much for coming to help me. Think nothing of it, I'm simply doing my duty as a bracer. And I could scarcely consider myself a gentleman if I did not leap to the aid of a lovely lady of noble birth. The honour and pleasure at this meeting is entirely my own. Your Highness, are you well? Juliet, Siege. Good. I'm happy to see you again. Thank goodness you're unharmed. I was so worried. The feeling is mutual. Before long, the bracers involved in the diversion and the Royal Guardsmen joined forces. After seeing to it that the rescued hostages could get some rest, Estelle and company gathered to assess their current situation. Words can't express my shame. If not for my ineptitude, none of this would have come to pass. I'm so ashamed I could take my own life were it something to be permitted. Please do not say such things. I'm just happy to see you alive and unharmed. Thank you for coming to save me. Your Highness. Not that I'm not moved by all this, but I have to ask. Why is Siege still here? He is Her Highness's escort, as well as a messenger for the Royal Guardsman. After all, did he not deliver the letter to your hotel? Oh, that night? I thought it might have been him. That must also be how you learned of Her Majesty's request. Yes, I heard of it from Siege. Her Majesty sent word through him from the Royal Keep. But the crest room in which Princess Claudia was held had no windows for Siege to use. I was very worried when I was unable to make contact. You just about gave me a heart attack, though, when you sent that message to us. Siege, I was just plain mean of you to leave that letter and not let us know it was you. He says he's sorry. It's okay. By the way, have all the Special Ops troops been dealt with? Almost all of the soldiers in the villa have been restrained. However, there are quite a few left in Gransel Castle. Much of the Royal Army is under Intelligence Division control, even outside of Gransel. If we're not careful, we run the risk of them seizing control of this building and branding us all as rebels. Whoa, I hadn't even thought about that. It's a good point. I think it would be best if we were to get Chloe to a safer location at the very least. Perhaps we could seek asylum at the Erebonian or Republic embassies. Since they're considered foreign territory, it would make it very difficult for them to lay a hand on her. There's also that special ops ship that we seized nearby. We could use that to allow her to flee the country for the time being. It wouldn't solve the whole problem, but it would buy us some time to find a better solution at the very least. I agree. Regardless, we need to find some way to get her to safety. Everyone? I understand the difficulties of the current situation, but would it be possible to make an official request of the Braces? What? The hostages have been rescued, so I think it'll be alright. Of course, it depends on what the contents of the request are. If so, I must ask you to do the impossible. Will you help in retaking the royal castle and rescuing Her Majesty? Your Highness. I see, that's right. This time we have to help the Queen. To be honest, I consider the question to be ridiculous, because the answer is obvious. But, Your Highness, this is no small thing you're asking. Quite right. There's no chance that a frontal assault would work, even with the capabilities of everyone here. I think that captured special ops ship has potential, but we're going to need some kind of seriously clever trick. I have an idea. If everyone will please look at this. Princess Claudia produced a very odd-looking map. What's this map of? It's an ancient diagram of the sewers below Gransel. One of the things it lays out is the path that leads to the castle cellar. What? What's the meaning of this? How can we have lost contact with the Herb Royal Villa? Most likely it has fallen to an external force. Either the guardsmen or the Braces, or both. Those irritating, interfering little... Were you not in command of that division, Second Lieutenant? It is a pity, but what's done is done. Obsessing about it now will accomplish nothing. Furthermore, we must strengthen the castle's defences to ensure that Her Majesty is not taken. I don't need you to tell me that. I want the castle gate sealed. Not a soul is to enter from here on out. The only attacks I should need to worry about are the ones that come from the sky. Yes, ma'am. Once that's done, scrape up troops from wherever you can find them, anywhere in the world, and send them to the villa. Priority 1 is to subjugate the terrorists who have deceived the royal family. Yes, ma'am. Nicely done. Of course it was. I've served with this unit for some time, unlike you. I swear I will protect this castle while His Excellency is absent, no matter the cost. Oh, she's already calling Colonel Richard a king. Okay, here's how we're going to free Gransel Castle and the Queen. First, Joshua and 2 others will infiltrate the Gransel sewers. We'll proceed to the royal guard room and open the castle gate. Got it. Time to light a few fireworks. Well, it does seem appropriate for the beginning of the final act. As soon as the gates are open, the guardsmen and 4 of the bracers will make their way to the castle by way of the streets. We need to make a real spectacle to draw all of the guards together in one place. You're in good hands. Alright, I've been looking forward to this. And finally, Your Highness, are you certain I cannot get you to reconsider? I'm sorry, but I must be there to help my grandmother. Also, I know how to pilot an airship. I hope to be able to put that skill to good use. If I'd known this would happen, I never would have taught you. It's okay, Lieutenant. We'll look after Chloe for you. I swear she will be kept safe while my nickname isn't the Silver Streak. I understand. Please do what you can. Once the men inside the castle have been concentrated into one area, Estelle and her team will set down into the garden terrace. Then they will break into the Queen's room and rescue her. Roger. Both operations will begin at the stroke of the noon bell. Everyone is to remain on alert until then. Alright, you have your tasks. Get to them. Dismissed. Yes, ma'am. Joshua, please be careful. Don't go taking any unnecessary risks. I'll be fine. You try to be on your best behaviour. Don't overestimate your own strength and make sure you watch Shera's back. I understand. Whatever happens, remember our promise. We see each other again safe and sound in Gransel Castle. Count on it. Joshua, there's no telling what kinds of creatures inhabit the sewers. Please, take the utmost care. I know, and I will. And don't worry about Estelle. You've grown so much during this trip of yours, not just in your skills and bracer qualifications, but in your hearts, or so it seems to me. Shara. What does that mean? It's nothing. Save it for later. Even in times of crisis, you can always count on these 2 brats. Quite so. Now, I think we'll be heading out. May we meet again, my lovelies. Adios be with you. Joshua. A princess. Do you ever wonder if those 2 have some kind of destiny in store for them? Yes, the thought has crossed my mind. They always have a smile for each other. I have to admit, I'm even the tiniest bit envious. Looks like the regular soldiers have been replaced with special ops guys. The enemy's probably gotten quite desperate since we liberated the villa. Security seems a lot tighter than normal. Perhaps I can help loosen them up with the dulcet tones of my lute. You do anything conspicuous and that guy will be on you faster than you can say off-key. Mueller, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You 2 should must rather not go near the Erebonian embassy. It could be quite dangerous, yes, quite perilous indeed. Well, neither of us has time to just drop by there. Once preparations are complete, we have to get inside the sewers. Alrighty, and that's it for today's episode. Wow, a lot of things were going on, but things are really getting intense and getting fun. Alrighty, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you know when the next episode is going to be out. Don't forget as well to follow my Twitter so you can stay up to date with any news for the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.